France, the land of love, lights, and croissants. A place where every street corner whispers romance, where cafes spill onto cobblestone sidewalks, and where the Seine River glows golden under centuries-old bridges. But what if I told you that behind its polished beauty lies a world of volcanic secrets, ghost towns, and ancient hearts still beating beneath Paris? What if the France you thought you knew is only half the story? This is the France you don't see in postcards. The France buried under layers of mystery, history, and wonder that even most French people have forgotten. From underwater villages frozen in time to wine caves carved by volcanoes millions of years ago. From whistled languages that predate the written word to royal hearts preserved in crystal, these 15 facts will make you look at this country in an entirely new light. They'll make you realize that France isn't just elegant, it's wild, ancient, haunting, and absolutely unforgettable. Before we dive in, if you love discovering hidden wonders around the world, subscribe right now. Every week we uncover stories that prove the world is far stranger and far more beautiful than you think. We dig beneath the surface of countries you thought you knew and reveal secrets that will leave you speechless. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're first to know when we drop our next eye-opening journey. Ready? Let's explore the France they never show you in travel guides. Fact 1. The Eiffel Tower grows every summer. France's most famous symbol isn't static. During summer heat, the iron lattice of the Eiffel Tower expands by about 15 centimeters, roughly 6 inches, as the metal swells under the blazing sun. Come winter, when temperatures drop and Paris wraps itself in fog and frost, the tower shrinks right back down to its original height. It's not just a monument frozen in time. It's a living, breathing structure that grows and contracts with the seasons, responding to the air around it like a pulse. Engineers who built it knew this would happen. Gustave Eiffel designed it with flexible joints and expansion gaps specifically so the tower could move without breaking. In a way, the Eiffel Tower breathes with Paris itself, rising in summer's warmth, retreating in winter's chill. It's been doing this for over 130 years, silently dancing with the weather. Fact 2. Paris has a city of the dead beneath it. Beneath the City of Lights lies darkness. More than 200 miles of underground tunnels snake beneath Paris, forming a labyrinth known as the Catacombs. And within those tunnels rest 6 million Parisians, their bones neatly stacked in hauntingly symmetrical walls that stretch as far as the eye can see. Skulls form archways. Femurs line corridors like library shelves. Entire rooms are built from human remains, arranged with eerie precision. Why? In the late 1700s, Paris's cemeteries were overflowing. Disease was spreading. So authorities made a grim decision: dig up the dead and relocate them underground. Workers spent years transferring millions of skeletons into old limestone quarries beneath the city. Today, those bones form one of the world's most unsettling tourist attractions. Paris isn't just built on history, it's literally built from it. The elegance above rests on a foundation of bones below. Fact 3. France still keeps a royal heart. Inside a crystal urn in the Basilica of Saint-Denis, just outside Paris, lies the preserved heart of King Louis XVI, the child monarch who died in captivity during the French Revolution. For over 2 centuries, historians debated whether the heart was real or a relic of legend. Then in the year 2000, DNA tests confirmed it. This was indeed the heart of the lost boy king, torn from his body after death and passed secretly through generations of royalists who refused to let him be forgotten. In a republic that destroyed its monarchy, executed its rulers, and rebuilt itself on revolution, one royal heart still beats quietly in memory. Suspended between legend and history, between what was and what could have been, it rests in glass, a silent witness to a France that no longer exists. Fact 4. There are more castles in France than days in a year. France has more than 45,000 castles scattered across its countryside. From the Loire Valley's fairy tale chateau, with turrets reflected in still waters, to medieval fortresses perched on mountain cliffs overlooking misty valleys. Castles are woven into the fabric of France like threads in a tapestry. If you visited one every single day, it would take over 123 years to see them all. Some are grand palaces where kings dined on gold plates. Others are crumbling ruins overtaken by ivy, their stones still holding secrets of long-forgotten battles. Many are privately owned. Some have been converted into hotels, vineyards, or museums. A few remain untouched, their doors locked, their history sealed inside. France doesn't just have history, it's drowning in it. Fact 5. There's a cheese for every day of the year. And more, France produces over almost 200 different types of cheese. Soft, aged, blue, creamy, sharp, mild, stinky, smooth. Each region guards its recipes like treasure, passed down through generations with the care of sacred texts. There's Camembert from Normandy, Roquefort aged in limestone caves, Comté from the Alps, Brie from the Ile-de-France. Cheesemaking here isn't a business, it's identity, culture, art, pride. In France, cheese isn't just something you eat. It's a language, a heritage, a way of honoring the land that gave it life. Charles de Gaulle once famously said, "How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of cheese?" The answer? You can't. You celebrate it instead. Fact 6. French art can be found on the ocean floor. In the turquoise waters off the southern coast of France lies something extraordinary, an underwater museum. Beneath the Mediterranean Sea, sculptures rest on the seabed, slowly becoming part of the reef as coral grows over them and fish weave through their forms. It's a gallery where art meets marine life, where human creativity collaborates with nature. Artists placed the sculptures there intentionally, knowing they would change over time, weathered by salt, embraced by algae, claimed by the ocean. Only in France could you dive into the sea and find an exhibition waiting for you in the depths. Fact 7. The center of Paris marks the heart of France. At the entrance of Notre Dame Cathedral lies a small bronze marker embedded in the stone, a circular plaque easily overlooked by the thousands who walk past it every day. It's called Point Zero de Route de France, and it's the exact spot from which all distances in France are measured. Every road sign in the country that says Paris 200 km is calculated from this single point. For Parisians, it's not just a marker. It's the literal heart of the nation, the place where France begins and radiates outward in every direction. Stand there, and you're standing at the center of an entire country. Fact, France has a volcano range, and it's beautiful. In the heart of central France lies Chaîne de Puy, a chain of over 80 extinct volcanoes covered in rolling green hills and dotted with crater lakes. It's peaceful now, lush and serene, a favorite spot for hikers and nature lovers. But thousands of years ago, this was a land of fire, erupting, reshaping, carving the valleys and plateaus that would one day become wine country. The volcanic soil left behind is rich in minerals, perfect for growing grapes. Today, some of France's finest wines come from land forged by ancient eruptions. Locals call it the sleeping fire of France. It hasn't erupted in over 7,000 years, but it's still there, quiet beneath the grass, a reminder that even the most beautiful places have violent pasts. Fact 9. Wine is aged in volcanic caves. In the Auvergne region, winemakers don't build cellars. They use ancient lava tunnels, natural caves carved by volcanic eruptions long before humans ever set foot in France. The tunnels stay cool year-round, with perfect humidity and complete darkness. No electricity needed, no temperature control required. Nature provides everything. Bottles rest in the same stone chambers where molten lava once flowed, aging slowly in conditions that can't be replicated by human hands. It's wine aged by fire and time, proof that sometimes the best techniques are the ones nature already perfected. Fact 10. France invented cinema. On December 28, 1895, two brothers named Auguste and Louis Lumière did something that changed the world forever. They projected a short film to a paying audience in a basement cafe in Paris. The film showed a train pulling into a station. Simple, silent, just 50 seconds long. But when that train moved toward the screen, people screamed. Some ran for the exits. They thought the train was real, that it would burst through the wall and crush them. That moment gave birth to cinema, to Hollywood, to every film you've ever loved. It all started in a dim room in Paris, with two brothers and a moving picture that made people believe in magic. Fact 11, there's a village that speaks in whistles, high in the Pyrenees Mountains, in the tiny village of As. The people communicate using an ancient whistled language. Not words, not gestures, whistles. A melody of tones that carries across valleys, cutting through wind and distance where shouting would fail. This is how shepherds spoke to each other long before cell phones, before radios, before telegraphs. One whistle means, "Come here." Another means, "Danger." A third means, "All is well." It's a language without letters, passed down orally, or rather melodically, for centuries. And it still echoes through the mountains today, a haunting reminder that humans have always found ways to connect, no matter the distance. If you're still here, you clearly love discovering the world's hidden corners. So do us both a favor, hit subscribe right now. Join thousands of explorers who tune in every week as we uncover the most mind-blowing facts about our planet. Facts that make you see countries, cities, and cultures in ways you never imagined. We don't just scratch the surface. We dig deep. We find the stories no one else tells. And if you've enjoyed this journey through France so far, trust me, it only gets stranger from here. All right, back to France. Let's keep going. Fact 12. Paris was almost destroyed twice. In August 1944, as Allied forces closed in on Paris, Adolf Hitler gave a direct order. Burn the city to the ground. Bridges, monuments, museums, Notre Dame. Everything was to be destroyed rather than surrendered. The German military governor, Dietrich von Koltitz, stood in his office overlooking the Seine and held the order in his hands. And then he disobeyed it. He couldn't bring himself to destroy a city so beautiful. Paris was spared. Decades later, in the 1970s, developers proposed demolishing entire historic districts to modernize the city, tearing down old buildings to make way for skyscrapers and highways. Again, Parisians refused. They fought back, choosing beauty over convenience, history over profit. That's why Paris still looks timeless today, because twice people chose to protect it rather than erase it. Fact 13. France is home to the oldest human art ever found. Deep in the Chauvet Cave in southern France, hidden from sunlight for over 30,000 years, lies something breathtaking. Paintings, not simple scratches or handprints. Detailed, lifelike depictions of lions, rhinoceroses, mammoths, and bears, drawn with incredible precision and shading. The artists used charcoal and red ochre, blending colors, layering images, creating movement and depth. This art was made before writing existed, before agriculture, before cities or kingdoms or nations. It was made by people who hunted with stone tools, who lived in small groups, who knew the world as wild and untamed. And yet they created beauty, they told stories, they left their mark. Before pyramids, before Stonehenge, before anything we call civilization, there was this. Proof that art isn't a luxury, it's human. Fact 14, there's a town that makes wine from the sky. In the Champagne region near Reims, a group of innovative winemakers began experimenting with something unheard of. They collect rainwater, then they filter it through layers of limestone and minerals, the same geological formations that make Champagne grapes so unique. The water absorbs the terroir, the essence of the land. Then they ferment it into a sparkling wine, made not from grapes, but from the sky itself. It's chemistry, weather, geology, luxury, all bottled together. Only in France would someone think, what if we turned rain into champagne? And only in France would it actually work. Fact 15, the Palace of Versailles has secret doors hidden in walls. Walk through the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, and you'll see opulence everywhere. Crystal chandeliers, gilded molding, endless reflections stretching into infinity. But what you won't see are the doors. Hidden behind the mirrored walls lie secret passageways, once used by royalty to slip away unseen. Some lead to private chambers where mistresses waited. Others connect to hidden gardens where kings escape the suffocating rituals of court life. Servants use them to move silently through the palace, appearing and disappearing like ghosts. Even in its perfection, Versailles hid imperfection. Even in its grandeur, it needed escape routes. Proof that beauty often needs mystery to survive. So there you have it. 15 stunning facts that reveal the real France. A country that grows and breathes with the seasons, that hides hearts and secrets and volcanoes under its elegant skin. A place where wine is aged in fire, where art lives underwater, where ancient whistles still echo through mountains. From cheese made like poetry to films that change the world, France proves that perfection isn't boring. It's beautifully strange. Which fact amazed you the most? Was it the royal heart still beating in memory? The city of bones beneath Paris? The train that made people scream? Tell us in the comments below. We love hearing which stories hit you hardest. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our next journey into the world's hidden stories. Because here, we don't just visit countries, we uncover them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.